up to the hype of flying all the way here to play the people that they've touted as, well, we're big fans of you, now to be competitors of you.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. They need to play around Express this series. If he is unable to carry that ball around the entire field and set up the opportunities for his teammates, then they will really struggle. But Jam find themselves early on in this game with offensive opportunities, but just pushing it forward, expect them to slowly grow their way into this series. Long looping clearance there. That's actually going to be a follow-up. It almost looks like Northern Gaming almost daring them to come forward. Come on, boys, show us what you've got, and we will try and do it. But now Devo puts that one up high. TurboPulsar choosing to keep himself back for the time being. Spoke to Cooks the other day, just saying how impressed he was with Turbo on this team. The speed that Turbo brings is phenomenal, according to that man.
Yeah, it's great being able to see these guys and how they play. We talked to Cooks, like you mentioned, and like, what has he been doing? He's like, okay, who's the first one to the ball? Turbo. In the ground or the air? Well, both. So it's been fantastic the way that he's filling in these shoes, but it looks so far as this first minute goes by that Jam is doing a good job keeping possession on the other side as that ball gets cleared by TurboPulsar, aggressing early here.
And Jam have done a very good job so far of keeping the pace slow. Northern Gaming, one of the best teams in the world at grabbing the boost, grabbing the ball, and just squeezing you into your own half. But so far, Jam keeping it as coast-to-coast offense as possible. Now here's the follow-up from Monicon. Could go for the... Almost managed to turn that one in, looking for the Devo, but just unable to do it. And continuously, Jam pushing themselves forward. Now the rebound is there off the sidewall yet again. Express choosing to now finally rotate himself back. But Northern Gaming almost offering up too much space here. Jam will grow into this.
Yeah, Jam is one of those teams, and we saw it in the regional championship for them as well. At that land as a shot comes in from Remco, scoring first.
Okay, Remco, he does not like defense, and he's just going to power that from one end to the other end. Turbo goes up, and then he just goes, actually, that's kind of it. And there is no one back. Jam need to focus on that defense, not get suckered in.
Well, I like to see these players as well, rocking those new decals, looking beautiful on the side of Jan Gaming. As Devo tries to put in some pressure, it gets cleared back out. It looks like Remco's going to fall back and let Turbo pull it up.
Turbo tries to get that one forward, but is immediately challenged. As Remco now finds himself in the air. Both of them missing it. Is going to pull forward Devo. Long clearance looking for Remco, who's just on the boost, and yet again, a long booming shot goes into the net.
These guys wasting no time on Northern Gaming, sitting back and seeing actually an open net. You see that last defender in Bango trying to pull in, and he actually undercuts it a little bit too much, allowing that shot to sneak in. We're up by 2 for Northern Gaming, only 2 minutes gone in this match.
Northern Gaming at this moment in time can just look for these pounding shots towards the net, as the defense always just a bit too far forward for Jam Gaming. Need to make sure that they've got that third player back, looking at the potential offense that can come towards them. That's their opportunity. For possible follow-up there, but it's going to be above the net. Bango turns himself around, tries to take a hold of the ball. TurboPulsar now moving forward with Remco. Bango by himself, cannot quite get there. And that's no shots coming in from Jam. They've got time, and they've got positioning, but they just have not been able to find each other. Now Devo can leave that, and yet again, Jam Gaming caught from the long field.
Northern Gaming doing a really good job as well, sitting back a little bit more defensively and actually doing what Jam does best in counter plays. As these guys are retreating back, a pass right back down to his teammate, and then yet again, another long clear on net.
And what can Jam Gaming do in this scenario? They keep getting caught with their pants down. They need someone back.
They need someone to give them a belt in that situation, Shogun.
Thank you very much. That was actually pretty smart of you there.
Thank you.
You're so well.
I'm glad you think so
hoping for
highly of me,
actual
Shogun.
advice here for the people that wanted to learn. Remco now taking the shot. Finally, Express is the player. Clear that one away. Devo putting that towards the net. However, he's got another chance there. Puts that one just over to the side. As Express can try and move this one forward. He had Bango just over to the side, but he wanted to try and carry it all the way down to the other end of the field and was not able to. But up high yet again. Northern Gaming just leaving that one player down the other end of the field. Potential redirects there, but they have not needed it. It's going to be pushed forward by Bango. Looks to go for a fake on Devo, but Devo has that one read entirely as Montecona pushes it into the corner. 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining. And it looks at this point like Jam could really just do with trying some new stuff out and try and learn some extra things going into game 2.
Well, we talk about Northern Gaming being that unknown factor as they score another goal hidden here, going up by 4. but a lot of it had to come with Turbo. How are they going to play? How are they going to adapt? And it seems to be that they're allowing Turbo to play aggressive, get up in the face, and lead the charge. They keep 2 back to cover if any mistakes do happen, and then bring it through. As that confidence starts to grow, Northern Gaming's going to keep playing a little bit faster, using that backward as they know and love, and it seems to be paying off. With a minute left here, Gen Gaming just trying to get some sort of response.
Play just over to the corner, a minute and 5 seconds remaining. Jam will want to find their goal just to get that momentum going. Heading into our next game, goal played all the way down to the other end of the field. Devo puts that one just up high. Remco has his opportunity to move forward. He's going to take it. And that is going to be the 5th goal. Northern Gaming running away with it.
Beautiful shot as well. You see Devo coming in and playing that high off the wall. He made sure to play it right a little bit more as well, because if he would have played that directly into the corner, there was a defender on Jam waiting for him. Because he played it into the wall sooner, it hit a sharper angle and played out for his teammate. And then Remco, that shot accuracy, fantastic.
It just seems right now that Jam Gaming keep finding themselves in bad situations, find themselves looking the wrong way, and they have to make adaptations or adaptations as they move towards the ball. Finally with a shot on target, but Turbo Pulsar with the save. And you can't really afford against Northern Gaming to be trying to change your direction whilst you're in midair, because they are so fast to the ball every single time. So that's going to drop down. Devo is going to be there first, however, as Jam continuing to prod away. Devo's picked this up with a pass over to the side. Turbo Pulsar. 6-0, and this is over.
It's very dangerous as well. If these guys get going, this pass play back inside, a quick touch inside to Turbo. When these two start to hook up, they talked about it as well in the regional championships. Devo was actually pretty quiet. It was allowing these other players to kind of see where they fit in. And when he starts going, that's why this Jam Gaming team respects him so much, the ability to make those double touches. And as for Jam now, what are they doing going into this? What do they need to take a look at as they go into this next match?
Just really seems like nerves are playing dividends right here. Always find themselves just out of position. Giving up those early goals in such a weak fashion would not have helped their confidence whatsoever. However, game 1 is over, and they can now mentally reset themselves for the rest of this series.
Right. This is a best-of-5 series for these guys, having to win 3 to bring it on. And as for Jam Gaming, a lot of it had to do with just that slow pace. It really favored Northern Gaming in the way that they were just sitting there patiently. They let the first 50-50 go, usually in the favor of Turbo. And if it was in their favor, then they followed up. If not, they just sat and waited for a contest and then brought it right back, that counterattack. That's the exact same thing Jam Gaming likes to do, and it's just, at this point, Northern Gaming is doing it a little bit better.
And I really want to speak to you right now, because we've had the opportunity throughout this entire week to look at these players behind the scenes. Jam Gaming, unlike Alpha Sydney, who are talking to everyone all the time, very, very quiet, very conservative with the way they have interacted with everyone. Do you feel like that might be attributing to this gameplay right now, where it is so nervy?
Well, it's different. I actually got the chance to go and watch them. We took a trip and took some scrims with Sad Jr. and the boys from Denial, and the plays as they did, their comms are actually really good. It's one of the big benefits to having all your teammates as friends, and that's something that this Jam Gaming team does really well. All of them are really good friends, and their communication on the field is fantastic. We did see, though, in their regional championship, they started a little bit slow, and as time went on, they got better and better and better. Alpha Cine, obviously that clear favorite, but Jam Gaming, they showed how persistent they can be in that lower bracket when they played in that double elimination just a couple weeks ago. So I think this is going to be that kind of awakening moment, like you said. The nerves are gone, time to really show what we're made of.
Yep, certainly can be. We are going to get into game number 2 on Manfield. Northern Gaming 1 game up to Jam Gaming as Bango puts the one up high pretty much immediately, but Remco with the long looping clearance, looking for Devo, who can't quite make contact. Remco just still around, goes for a shot, but gets blocked by Monty Connor. And continued pressure coming in from Northern Gaming to start this matchup as Jam and Bango try and move this forward. Gets that one down, goes for another touch as well, but Remco has that one read. And Remco turning into a much better player at reading people's potential moves, and instead of trying to challenge them with a 50-50, actually predicting the ball and winning it outright.
Well, as that ball gets played inside of our down ski from Remco, yet again with that placement. Fantastic play. You see the contest coming in early from his teammate in Devo. He gets in the face of that last defender. That pinch goes out into the middle, and then it's just completely up to Remco to make that shot count, and he does. Only 26 seconds left in this first minute, and Northern Gaming strikes again.
And you saw Express in the background that he expected the ball to hit the crossbar. Pretty much he was hoping that it didn't go straight into the net. He wanted it to bounce straight down for him to control. So it could have been a very different story had that not immediately gone in. Bango with a pass straight over to Express. Two of those players that we were talking earlier on the desk that really need to link up if Jam want to have a chance here. Off the crossbar, still going to be in a dangerous position. Remco with the follow-up, 2-0, and we are just over a minute in.
Pressure really coming in from Northern Gaming. You see Devo read this really well, doesn't hesitate and plays that pass out. That slight difference in attack makes him able to get to the ball first. Unfortunately, doesn't get the initial shot, but his teammates there to follow up immediately. Gen Gaming becoming overwhelmed. The big difference they need here, they need to start playing aggressive and take it to this team. Make sure that this team of Northern Gaming doesn't have the ability to go up early as a shot, going to get saved initially, and then a beautiful save from Bango.
He's going to have the opportunity to try and follow up, but Turbo Pulsar is there first. Devo mispositioning the ball, not allowing the oncoming defender to get an easy clearance away. As Remco half flips himself back. Monty Connor just going to leave that for Bango. Shot played off the sidewall, and Devo can now try and take this up the wall. Turbo coming straight in, cannot quite get that past Bango though, as Monty Connor is still around helping out. This is not a traditional rotation that we are seeing out of Jam. This is more of a predict where your teammate is and try and follow up whatever they do off the challenge. Just so far it is not working because Northern Gaming are not losing the challenges.
Great aggression coming out from Express as well, as that ball is moving back into their own zone. He demos the player with it, it cleans up that rotation, and now the possession's back in their favor as Express tries to play this inside to Bango.
Yeah, poor Express completely outboosted though as he was on the wall, so unable to get any sort of creativity or power with his play. It's Turbo over into the corner. 2 goals is the difference here. 2 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. Turbo Pulsar will be the first player to that ball off the backboard. Here comes Remco with the shot. Jam Bango just there in time. They keep themselves alive. Another shot comes in, played over into the side this time, and Bango with the clearance. Yet again, that man is going to be needed for the long clearance away, but Northern Gaming just sitting themselves back. Devo tries to get another touch to turn it into the net, as Monty Connor is now required for another long clearance, but Jam, every single time they are clearing it, there is no one downfield for them to aim for, and that means they are just giving it back to Northern Gaming, and the play is over.
A lot of it does have to do with that pressure as well. As soon as they get it, they're just trying to breathe and get some of that boost, as Northern Gaming is doing a really good job of denying it with those offensive rotations. But when they clear it down, it's in the air. Something that Jam's really well known for is their ground play. I'd like to see them trap it and dribble it upfield. That's going to buy them time, allow them to get some of that boost, and then counterattack, which is something that they do so very well.
But Express tried to do a little bit there, tried to trap it for the dribble, as they keep trying to find each other, and they do get most of the way there, but then it is immediately tackled, or sometimes they just don't quite find the pass, as Turbo Pulsar takes the shot. It's going to find the net from the mid-range yet again.
Well, you see the defense here. You see Bango moving up, and he was trying to get a clear and play that back to the wall, but that angle that he cut was just a little too sharp. That big mistake coming out. Turbo Pulse is sitting in the middle, showing a little bit of a wiggle, saying that is his mid territory. You back off.
Monty Connor with the pass over to a side stroke from the kickoff. As Bango takes us down. Him and Monty Connor yet again find themselves next to each other. They need to spread out these rotations a little bit more, do Jam.
Interesting contest from Remco there.
Certainly was. He's actually put his team in a bit of bother, but Devo has it covered, trying to go for the follow-up. I don't think he's quite going to get there, not with that amount of boost. As Remco jumps up, trying to convince a player to come out, and he's managed to do it. What? Lovely bait from Remco, and he's gone the whole way with a dribble.
Just bunny hopping up and down, trying to get someone to bite as he dribbles past. And that quick touch at the end to push it past that defender in that 1v1 situation. As soon as that player comes out, all the advantage goes. He doesn't cut off the right angle and slips it right past. The perfect shot yet again from Remco.
And you'll see more and more players doing that this season. You'll see Greasy doing it. You'll see a lot of players actually on flip side doing those little bunny hops, trying to convince the defender to come out. It's to convince them that you're taking that early shot. So that way the player comes out, tries to go for an immediate challenge, but then you catch them with the dribble. So that ball's going to come off the crossbar. Jam Gaming find themselves 4 goals down, but playing much better this time around. Passing play, that could go the entire way, hits the top crossbar. As Devo's going to take control. Bango push that over to the side. Devo can continue to push himself forward, but Express, a long clearance from him. Turbo Pulsar needs to get the save, and what a save that was. Hitting it off the post. Bango now with a follow-up, and Turbo Pulsar yet again. Shades from his days in Kapow, sitting it back there and just controlling the defense.
Fantastic shots coming out, though. Jam finally starting to put on some pressure as another shot trying to come in from Monty Connor. He gets beat out by Devo. Luckily for them, Bango's able to pinch that off the wall back inside, but immediately cleared yet again. 15 seconds left on the clock, and this one looks like it's going to go to Northern Gaming.
Yeah, but much better gameplay here from Jam. They've now started to pull themselves out. They are finding the passing plays, and that is going to be really important because they have to now win 3 games in a row against Northern Gaming. Game 2 is over.
Unfortunately for them, these guys aren't the leftovers, and luckily for our hearts, they aren't as well, because then we have these expectations. But Jam Gaming, as I stated, they play better as time progresses. First game 6-0, second game 4-0. If patterns repeat themselves, it's going to be 2-0, but we know this is the LAN, and none of that matters because these guys do really dumb stuff that doesn't make any sense.
And Jam Gaming, one of those teams that really have like low lows and really high highs.
Right.
On their way to qualifying for this tournament, they did lose 3-1 in the very first round and then came back to beat the same team that put them down into the lower bracket to qualify for this tournament. So it's a case of right now the in-game leaders, the voice leaders of this team need to step up and they need to tell each other exactly where they are, because it does seem like the comms is the biggest issue right now.
Right, a lot of it does have to do with that experience as well as LAN. They need to take that into consideration, be like, you know what, we have been in stages like this. Obviously, you guys out there are killing it. It's a little bit different atmosphere than what these Oceania guys are used to.
Yep.
But their communication has always been their strength. The ability to rely and tell them, this is what we need to do. Express has been their kind of god player in OCE for a long time. He needs to become as involved as possible to free up the ability of these other 2 players and let those pass plays really, really excel.
Yeah, you've hit the nail right on the head there. Express is the key player for Jam. If he can get himself moving forward and find passes towards these other players, then that will be the most important thing. But it's getting that ball down to the other end that has been the most difficult thing for Jam so far, as Express finds himself up early on in this game. Stevo can go for an early challenge. That should be over to Remco, who puts a long pass, and 2 players committed to that over on the side. It's going to allow Turbo Pulsar to move himself in forward. Monticona actually with a miss. Remco tries to get a block on Bango. As here's Express could get a block, and that would have been huge for the team if he could have got a block there, been able to move forward entirely. So Devo's going to get beat to that, down to the other end, and Northern Gaming find themselves in defense.
2 fantastic plays as well from Monticana. They're in that corner, able to contest a 50-50, immediately recover, and then get another one. It bought his entire team on defense some time to get some boost, and they were able to transition it down into field immediately. Unfortunately, they didn't maintain it, but it steps in the right direction as they put a shot on net, easily saved by Turbo.
Yeah, but here's their opportunity to start pressing forward. They need to start stealing side boosts, but the unfortunate part for Jam Gaming is that all of the boost was already gone, and Turbo Pulsar is found.
What a fantastic pass play. Yet another huge clear coming out from Remco, but Turbo cheating off, being that aggressive role, feathering his boost. Only 7 left on that last hit, and using that underside of his car to get that sharp angle and the placement as well. Northern Gaming looking so strong.
Turbo's going to be the first player up to that long looping clearance from him, followed up by Devo. What a goal from Northern Gaming!
Another shot coming out from Northern Gaming. What are with these long clears? They are very elevated all the way downfield, and then just their teammates come out of nowhere to smash that down with a redirect. Again, another Bardowski coming out from Northern Gaming.
And Northern Gaming, you can see Devo on that sidewall. The reason being is because as he's moving up there, he can make that split decision. Does he want to go back? Does he want to just leap off and go for a shot? That decision is made by whatever Turbo Pulsar does with the ball. So Northern Gaming, decision-making on point right now as they look to make a statement to the rest of this tournament lineup. And what a statement it has been so far.
Well, for them, the ability to make the statement to one of their players that they've named a double touch after that backboard, this is the chance to really shove it in his face and show, you know what, we're not just fans. We are the competitors, and we're here to compete against a team that is starting to find their identity.
Now, the ball played off the sidewall as Bango tries to take us down to the upper end of the field. He's double jumped too far, though. Monticana with the follow-up. That backboard is, however, covered, as it will be by most teams this weekend. Diva now on that backboard as well. Takes it past Express. Now he's going to try and take it past Monticana, and he has done so. Can he go the entire way? Good challenge comes through, but Devo still keeps it on the other side. But a demo on Turbo Pulsar means Northern Gaming cannot continue to carry the ball forward. As Devo once again moving forward. He is just a Rottweiler on this team, refusing to go away. Remco just leaves the ball for a little while, almost faking out his opponent. Turbo Pulsar wants to keep this in the halfway area. Devo with a backflip. over onto the sidewall. There's Turbo Pulsar on there as well.
Really smart play as well from Devo. He went up to aerial that as there's a player on that wall, and instead he decides to backflip and air roll, so he changes his direction, kind of like a half flip, lands perfectly, and then brings it upfield. It completely switches directions in his favor. Really good hindsight as that happens. Fantastic plays all around as Gen Gaming still trying to fight off. Only 2 minutes and 15 seconds roughly left in this match, and Northern Gaming is on match point trying to close this one out.
And Jam Gaming could find themselves on the wrong side of history here as that shot comes in. They could be the second team ever to not score a goal throughout the entirety of an RLCS series, the other team being Denial when they failed to score against NRG. As now the ball loops down to the other end of the field. 3 goals now for Northern Gaming. They are on a tear.
It's unfortunate, but I do like what Jam is doing. Even though they're trying, they're just pushing as much pressure as possible. And sometimes, yes, it does leave your defense open, but they're trying new things, and that's what's really important. They're not afraid to experiment. It's just Turbo read that so easily. That flick over the top, he dunks it, and just with nobody in that defense, it's going to swing in.
Well, Jam have taken your advice by playing the ball closer to the floor. The unfortunate thing for them so far is every time they've done it, their dribble attempts have been read by every single Northern Gaming player. As that ball's going to go straight down, Remco gets a block. A minute and 30 seconds remaining for Jam Gaming to at least find a goal. Devo plays that one up high. Bango can try and take this the entire way, plays that over to the side, but it just couldn't get contact for the player waiting in the middle. Remember, that second player is always waiting around for the pass, and the third player should be there for if anything goes wrong. Devo, long clearance from him, but Montconnor is in the way. 1-2 play from Jam Gaming is not able to beat Remco, however. Montconnor looks to go for a flick, but was not able to get contact. Turbo Pulsar passes it over to Remco, who finds Devo, tried to go for a 1-2-3 play. But Bango and the rest of Jam do not want that to happen. They are still pressing forward for that first goal of this series. Now ball played off that crossbar, followed up by Devo. Not quite able to do it. Now Jam can move themselves forward. Bango up into the air. It is going to go in. History is averted.
There it is for Jam Gaming, what they've been looking for all series. And with 40 seconds left, it is still possible. We saw so much of the commitment to Northern Gaming to make that happen, and they capitalized. That counterattack play where they do best, a quick pass play up, and then Bango able to shadow it as it falls down into that net.
So now we have got past that one crisis. The next crisis is this. 35 seconds remaining. Jam Gaming have to score twice or they will be down in the lower bracket, joining Denial. But can they do it? Northern Gaming doing such a good job of slowing down the pace here, controlling the ball with dribbles, just wasting time dribbling the best way of doing that. As Express, long clearance from him. He just wants to find that net. A little bit too desperate there from him. As Turbo Pulsar with a long clearance over to Remco, who finds Devo. Can they pull this off? Devo taps it down. Remco, can he get there? No, he cannot. Montconnor is there just in time. Bango looking for the whole way. Can he do it? No, it hits the floor. Northern Gaming take it in a sweep.
Northern Gaming looking so very strong. We brought them in as the unknown. How was Turbo Pulsar gonna perform? And all those questions seem to be answered. They're looking so very strong. The pass plays working together and just playing that slow pace throughout the entire match. They did speed it up a couple times here and there, but they looked so very comfortable on this stage. You see that bronze medal multiple times. I don't think they're going to have a problem getting there.
I don't think they want it at all, but with your point on Turbo Pulsar, not a single donut in the entirety of his stats. He is heading up this team. It almost looks as if Devo and Remco are pulling back a little bit and just saying, Turbo, do what you want. We will support you in every way possible, which is so much better than what we usually see from substitutes, which is, you stay in defense. You'll be fine in defense. It doesn't work. They are never comfortable doing that. So this seems like it is a winning strategy.
Right, for Northern Gaming, for them to adapt, that's what this big stage is all about. Making those changes to make sure that what you have available is completely perfect. And this is where Jam Gaming goes back to the drawing board. They're not out just yet, dropping to that lower bracket with Denial. They have the ability to take this time, see what they did, and kind of make those subtle changes. Obviously, you don't want to go too crazy and off the deep end, but still need to pay attention to those subtle mistakes that they were making and make sure they capitalize on it as they were able to score that goal, avoiding history, like you said.
Yes, and I really feel like Jam, as they move forward, they really do need to look out for those counter-attacking plays, spread themselves out a little bit more. The first time they've been on stage, so I expect the second